We are inside the terraced housing unit number 6, which has been excavated and is open for public viewing. You can see on the walls there are murals, the remains of 2,000-year-old murals. And here we have structures, supports, with a roof that's been fabricated to show what it looks like. And on the tables are pieces of stone and tile and marble that were installed on the floors and the walls of this house. So this was, of course, for a very wealthy person that lived here 2 millennia ago. It's fascinating, absolutely fascinating. This is a 3rd century AD hammam, part of house number 6. And if you look in the center, there is a small pipe. That's where the water possibly was supplied. This is the marbled wall panels that adorn this very large room.
Very tasty. They have a good taste.
It's huge, this particular room. There's the floors. It's huge, isn't it? So apparently the 2nd century AD owners of this home, unit number 6, enjoyed living space of 950 square meters, which was almost 3,000 square feet. And this home belonged to the family of Flavius Furius Aptus, who apparently held municipal and priestly offices during the government of the day. It's incredible, actually. And this, which we showed earlier, was his marble hall, which was believed to be built around 100 AD. It's incredible. This is the basilica of the owner of this massive home. It was built around 160 AD, and this is apparently where the owner of the home received guests and clients to his home. And in the center of the basilica was kind of a small pool or fountain area. And off to the side was another waiting room which had beautiful paintings, as you can see, of a lady in the porcelain. Here's a close-up view of the ladies that are presented on the porcelains. Maybe they're people who he knew, family members, perhaps. But the women don't look too different than current day. This is the terraced housing. You can see the street. There's several units, 1, 2, 3, but they're much smaller than the large 3,000 square foot unit that we saw earlier.
Bu konuda mecburiyet yok. Arkeolojik kazılara da gidebilirsin.
What's amazing is that these walls still have their original plaster in place with the artwork paintings. They're actually paintings, they're not tiles. It's paint.
Some of them, they've been restorated. Did you see the line?
Yes. In the mosaics in the tile.
Yeah.
Of course, this is the famous library. It was actually rebuilt in about 1970 by Austrian contractors and experts in the ancient world that studied at Austrian universities. So what you're seeing was actually put together and with a proper steel reinforced and concrete support system in around 1970. To give you an idea, this is inside the square rectangular library. It wasn't too big, maybe 50 feet by 75 feet. This is the vast commercial market area of Ephesus. It's a huge square, as you can see. It was founded in the 3rd century BC, and there is construction here that actually is dated back to the Emperor Augustus, 27 BC to 14 AD. But it is this area, which is right off the side of the library that you can see right there, which is where they held commercial activities, large market areas, and it's absolutely huge. It's probably a square 500 meters by 500 meters here, half a kilometer by half a kilometer, thereabouts. And this would just, in Roman times, in Greek times, that open area that you see would be just filled with rows upon rows of stalls of vendors selling various goods. So this is another view, elevated view of the market square.
Very impressed with this place.
And look at it.
Yeah. Never came back.
Yeah, you're right, Adele. Caesar and Cleopatra would have been walking right here.
Where we are walking.
Down
right
this main street here in Ephesus.
Millions of times.
2,000 years ago. It's remarkable. Wow. Yeah, so we'll head up and have a look at the amphitheater on the right-hand side there. This is actually one of the largest amphitheaters here in Ephesus. It dates to the 3rd century BC, and it was actually renovated in the 100s AD and then the 200s AD by Hadrian, and I can't remember who the other one was, possibly, yeah, Hadrian and possibly the Missions. So it went through renovations 100 and 200 years after AD, the birth of Christ, but it dates to about 400 years even before that, 300 to 400 years before that. It's quite an impressive structure. Lots of seats. You can probably seat probably 2,000 to 3,000 people. I stand to be corrected. The renovations were conducted under the Emperor Domitian in 81 to 96 AD, and then again by Trajan in 98 to 117 AD. But it was built originally under the Hellenistic period, 3rd to 1st century BC. So here it is today, 2018. So they actually built to a pretty good standard, as you can see. Impressive, very impressive. Another view of the amphitheater